Hey weirdos. So, as you saw by the title, this is my coming out story. Now we get a lot of questions on how we came out and what it was like and all that, so here you go. So I first knew that I was gay probably around like 5-ish, I think. I kind of had like hints, as you will, like with like friends and stuff. I was always super jealous if they wanted to hang out with other people, and like at first I just kind of, thought it was more along the lines of like, oh, I'm just a selfish friend. But yeah, I don't think that's what it was. I was always really nervous to come out just because like the F word, was always said like jokingly, like in my family and stuff, and like, by my cousins and whatever. And it was more or less like, just playing around. But to me, it always kind of was just like, oh shit, like they're not going to accept me. So I dated like guys all through, middle school and high school. And finally, like after high school, I just kind of decided, you know what, like I'm no longer seeing any of these people. I'm no longer tied to just my name and like people knowing who I was, because that's kind of how it is in school. Like you are the same person that all of these other people know and see every day, and it's almost like you can't be anything else except for that person. You are your own identity kind of in school. So breaching out of what people think you are was never something that I felt confident enough to do. And also I was in denial, I think, a little bit. And I grew up like in a pretty like liberal household. I mean, my parents aren't super religious. There was never really gay bashing or, anything like that. So yeah, I just never internally felt okay with it. And so when I was 18, I just graduated high school. I remember when I came out to my mom, we were at a restaurant, and I had been like working at this preschool, and I really liked one of the girls. And so I told my mom, I was like, yeah, I mean, I think I kind of have a crush on her. Like, I think I like her like that. My mom was okay with it. My mom was just like, oh, okay, pass the bread. So that was like my first little coming out to like my mom, was more along the lines of like, hey, I think I might like this girl. But, later on, I ended up coming out to both of my parents in a letter. I didn't feel comfortable telling them like face to face.